Okay, who's ready for some reindeer Rice Krispies?
I am.
You are? They're really yummy. So first, you want to grab yourself a pan. Nice round pan, and you'll see why in a little bit. You might be like, well, why not a rectangle? I mean, you could do it, but for them to come out as cute as that they're gonna be, you're really gonna wanna use this pan. Go ahead and spray it with Pam, or you can use butter, of course, and get that nice and greased up. Make sure you grab 6 full cups of Rice Krispie treats. Now, it calls for 4 tablespoons and a half a stick of butter. So if you know anything about baking, 4 tablespoons is a half stick of butter. So 4 tablespoons and a half stick makes a whole stick of butter. You wanna have the reindeer eyes. Now each reindeer, because it will make 8, that's 2 eyes per reindeer. So make sure you have 16. Also, your dark chocolate pretzels that you're gonna use for the ears, make sure you have 16 of those as well. You can eat the leftovers. And of course, we're gonna make Rudolph, right? We're making Rudolph. I like Rudolph. So you're gonna have 7 brown M&Ms and 1 single red. Rudolph is gonna be mine, just so you know.
He's gonna be mine.
So it does call for approximately like 1.5 cups of marshmallows. I like to bring it up to 2. Personal preference, but you could stick to the recipe. You're also gonna need 2 ounces of baking chips. So you can either use the white chocolate chips or you can use the little white vanilla wafers to melt down. Now I want to give you a little secret. When melting chocolate, and if you are using the microwave, just so you know, you wanna add a little bit of coconut oil to it. And the reason being is sometimes the chocolate does not coagulate and it hardens. So you don't want that to happen. So we're gonna be using this later for just like a little bit of a paste to actually paste the eyes and the nose and the ears on. So it's very important, you don't wanna overheat this. All right, let's get started. You're gonna wanna get a medium-sized pot. And I say medium because if not, it can overflow. So go ahead and get your butter into the pot. You'll wanna set your stove to medium heat. Sometimes I like to crank it up a little bit, but if you do, please watch it. You don't want your butter to caramelize. So you just wanna go ahead and take your butter in your pan, just kind of swish it around a little. And I like to use a whisk. Some people, they use like paddles or whatever, but for me, I'm a whisk girl. I think it breaks down the butter and marshmallows and it incorporates it. As you can see, it's breaking down really nice. I want to get it hot enough, not just for it to melt, but also because now I'm going to add the marshmallows. And you want to get them all nice and coated with that butter. You want to try? You want to stir?
Sure.
A little bit?
I got one.
I'm going to turn it up just a little bit, but I'm going to watch you. Now I've gone ahead and turned it up to approximately 8.5, which is almost on high. So let me go ahead and show you. So we're gonna do it, but not as fast as you were with the flour. You're just kind of melting, see? And you can see the little white pieces starting to melt off. As you can see, it is melting and it is starting to mix together. This is like my favorite part because I like to see it separate. Now, of course, just watch it. Remember, you turn the heat up. So the first thing you want to watch is that it doesn't burn or doesn't start to brown or anything to that effect. So you really want to make sure you're working that all together. That smells good now. So go ahead and turn that oven off and we'll go ahead and combine those Rice Krispies now. So we're going to take the bigger one that's right now. This is the good 4 cups.
Yeah.
Put that in there. I like to do it in the 2 segments only because of the fact that sometimes those marshmallows, they really don't like to do what they're supposed to do and get everything wet. So let me switch over to a paddle at this point just to get them all nice and wet in there. And then we'll add the last 2 cups. All right, now that we are all together, and as I make a little bit of a mess, but I'm pretty sure my helper will clean it up. We're gonna take that back over.
What are we making?
Reindeer Rice Krispies.
Reindeer Rice Krispies, and we're not gonna fool them this time. We actually bought the Rice Krispies, right, Jordan?
Yeah.
But can you show them how big they are? They're kind of small, so we modified it. We're gonna make 2 giant reindeer. Okay, Jordan, I want to see you put it together. There you go. Press it. Good job. Let's do it this way. Yep. And we're kind of just putting it together. And you can freeze it, put it in the refrigerator to make it look a little better. Nice.
All right, so you have your greased pan and you have your Rice Krispie treats, right? So now you're gonna take the pot and you're gonna go ahead and put those all inside. So just go ahead and scrape it all out. So now that you have it in here, the reason why I like the paddle is because I don't have to touch it. I don't like my hands getting too dirty, I'll be honest with you. Maybe it's a baker's thing. We always wear all of the flour, but just having it on our hands is not a great feeling. Pat it all nice down, make a really even surface on top, okay? This is the one thing that I like to do. Now you can do it now and also at the end, but grab yourself a butter knife and just kind of go around the edges right now. Like very lightly, you know, it might pull up a little bit, but just lightly go around the edges just so it doesn't stick, but we've greased it pretty well so it should not. But sometimes Rice Krispie treats just kind of, they stick. So go ahead and let this now set off to the side and harden.